Are you sniffing some coke?
No.
Okay.
No, my nose is itchy.
Nice.
Ugh, what? Why would you say that?
I don't know, babes.
Bubs, you're gonna get it.
You hear about these couples where one person doesn't know that the other member of the relationship has a drug issue. And I've actually known couples like this.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them made a sniffing noise and the other one thought that they were sniffing coke?
No.
Okay.
But I just wanted to know what I'm in for. Are you going to start selling all your stuff? And
no,
we're going to have to put you out on the street?
No.
Okay, good.
If there was anything that I had to do with coke is that I drank a glass of it on occasion, but no.
Oh.
No. No. There's no sniffing going on here.
One difference between you and me is that you are a lot more wholesome than I am.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just curious, babes. How do you feel about that?
Well, maybe we balance each other out.
Now, I will tell you this. I have a friend of mine.
Yes.
Who you've met before.
Probably several times, yes.
You've only met this person once, actually.
Did I?
But you've heard me talk about him a lot.
I met him once?
Yes.
Okay.
We took him to the airport.
Oh, yes.
Him and I are super close.
Uh-huh.
It's been a week and a half since we talked on the phone.
Yes.
That's a bit long.
Okay.
Right? I don't know, a couple months ago, him and I are talking about life and relationships, and he says, it seems like you two really balance each other out. You're strong in the areas where she's not, and she's strong in the areas where you might be a little bit weaker.
Well, I think I would agree with his sentiments. I didn't hear it myself, but He sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
And I did not record it.
Okay. Well, I don't need to hear it. It's okay.
Yes.
I'll take your word for it.
I think I need to get back into recording our private conversations again. For some reason, I just got out of it, but I was even thinking about that this morning.
It's totally fine with me. I don't mind that you stopped.
Oh.
And then another difference is that I'm a little bit more, or maybe even a lot more private than you are.
That is true.
I just think that there are some things that should be left unsaid and left undiscussed, and you just want to discuss everything.
But if we never met, you'd be, I don't know, watching Full House and reading the Bible all day. And in a way, I've kind of shown you a more adult technique of looking at the world. Am I overstepping?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I understand that's what you're guessing, but I don't.
You don't think that's the case? You think maybe I'm exaggerating?
Yes, I think you're exaggerating quite a bit. Well, I mean, and if I didn't meet you, I would have probably met someone else that was a little bit more like me.
That's true.
In that regard. And you would have probably met someone else that was a little bit more like you. Now, whether you two would have balanced each other out or I would have balanced myself out with the other person, whoever it was, that, I don't know if that would happen. We could be so much like each other that it would be, it would be hard for us to disagree on anything. And I think that there has to be a balance. I don't think couples, I think that it is healthy for couples to disagree on things. Because, then you have a chance to learn how to work stuff out like that.
I got a question for you.
Uh-oh. You're putting me on the spot.
No.
Okay.
Granted, we didn't know each other that long before we dated.
No.
So, don't use me as a template. Let's see how this goes, actually.
Okay.
Let's say, I don't know, it's a couple years before you meet me.
Yes.
And you don't meet me, but you start to know somebody who is a lot like me, right?
A lot like you? Okay.
Well, in the sense that they swear a lot, they're a little bit more open sexually, they have more interesting tastes in art or tastes in art that are a little bit more adult in nature.
Right.
And maybe they've experimented with psychedelics and they're open about it. That type of thing. What would you have thought of somebody like that? Could you have been friends with somebody like me? I mean, I'm talking just friends before.
Huh?
Could you have been friends with somebody like me?
I'm not sure.
And
I'll tell you why. Because a person could be, another person could be like you, but it's possible I may not have gotten along with them so quickly.
Here's another question for you then.
Yeah.
Enough about me. Let's talk about me, as another friend of mine likes to say.
Do I know this person?
You know of this person.
Oh, okay.
But he's a cool guy.
All right.
Just don't leave him alone with your girl.
That one.
Yes.
All right.
Great guy as long as pussy isn't involved.
As long as you make sure that your girl goes with you.
Yes.
At all times.
But I love this dude, for real. Okay. Let's... And we've discussed it here. We're not going to go into all the details. But when I met you, there were a couple other guys chasing after you.
Yeah, it was just a couple, actually. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and that came up several times in the early days of Rick and Alana.
No, it didn't come up several times, actually. It just came up that one time. But at the time, I was very confused, and I just met you, and I didn't know where this is going. And it's okay.
So here's
why
the
are we
question.
talking about this now?
I'm asking you, babes.
All right.
Let's say you would have chosen one of those other guys instead of Rick. Mm-hmm. Which, would have been horrible but history goes another way. Alternative history. Now.
Yes.
Do you think you could have been friends with me knowing about my personality and how different it is from yours?
So if I met you and I wasn't attracted to you?
Well, if you met me and let's say you would have gone with one of the other guys.
Yeah.
Or let's say you met me, I think we can say this.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope you're not too upset.
Yeah.
When we met, you were in a relationship, and I did not ask you out until after you were single. But let's say you had met me and you never would have broken up with your previous man.
Yeah.
Could you have been friends with somebody like me?
Maybe I would, but I think I would have kept you at arm's length. I wouldn't be like besties with you.
Yeah, right.
I probably would be a friend that maybe I would hang out with on occasion, but it wouldn't go any further than that.
Okay.
Was that fair?
That is fair.
Because there are some of your friends, like I've met some of your friends that are, some of them are my friends because they're your friends.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to hang out with them.
That's fair. And I think I know some of the ones who you're talking about.
Yes, but there is at least one that I have met before you that I think is really cool, even if I don't agree with him on some things. I mean,
and he's a really good friend of mine.
There are probably things that I agree with him more on than you when it comes to certain movies and other things, but there are things that he agrees with you more on that I wouldn't agree with.
I don't think you guys would agree on movies. Dude.
Well, the movies that I liked that he liked.
Oh, when you guys were kids, yeah.
Yes, those types of movies.
I get that.
But when it comes to old movies and the stuff that we were, that you introduced me to, I totally love those movies. And I'm really glad that you introduced me, but I'm getting off track here. Yeah. I think I would have kept you a little bit at an arm's length. Just because we would have been, I would have thought that we would have been too different.
That's fair.
Yeah. Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
You knew pretty quickly that I was a different person, based on what happened at the restaurant.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That you were...
Oh, wait.
Okay.
We don't have to repeat it. Everybody knows. All right. Everybody knows. Yes. We don't have to repeat.
You were born a woman, though. Let's just say. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Okay. Yes. Don't take me out of this.
No.
Because I will take you out and tickle torture you.
Oh.
Okay. What was when it came to relationships?
Yeah.
What was the thing that really got you interested? Because I don't know what was going through your mind. I could tell you what got me interested. Even though I thought, well, geez, I might be making the biggest mistake of my life, or maybe if I make a mistake, I'll deal with that later. But yeah. I think this guy is really a good guy overall. What was the thing that really changed your mind? And I'm not talking about what your friend said, because we've talked about that before. What was the thing that really changed your mind about? Yeah,
because I'm not allowed to say what you told me at the restaurant, apparently.
No. Because everybody kind of has an idea about this.
So I know all roads lead back to Howard Stern. And so this just makes me think of something. I remember back when he was on regular radio, and he would do bits sometimes that were a little bit out there and kind of outrageous. And I love that stuff. I thought that was so much fun when I was younger. And then sometimes people would call in and they'd say, hey, I noticed that when you replayed that thing last week, it was edited. And he said, yeah, we're not allowed to do certain things that we could do just even a few years ago.
Independently.
Because of the way the government does things and the way this company does things. So this is kind of like the version of that. I'm not allowed to talk about that first date anymore. But, I don't know where that came from, babes.
I don't know either.
Anyways.
You're the one who mentioned it.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to talk about our first date anymore. But so here's what I did like about you is your body did help because if you want me to keep it real.
I'm just chuckling because, typical male, typical male would say, and I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah. I mean, I know everybody likes to say, oh, I don't look at a woman's outer beauty.
Yes, they do.
What's inside, and that's bullshit.
Oh, yes, they do. I totally agree with it. If a man says, I don't look at outward appearance, that's ridiculous. Yes, they do. Some guys like them bigger. Some guys like them smaller. So
I'm a blind guy, and I care about what a woman looks like.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I do. Now, that doesn't mean that you can go with somebody who's super hot and doesn't have a personality. But to pretend that looks don't play a major factor in your decision making is bullshit, in my opinion. Okay. So looks did play into it, to keep it real. And I completely disagreed with much of what you were saying at the time, and still do to a large extent. But I like the fact that you were honest.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I never wanted to come off as being fake because I can't stand fake people. I don't like fake people. I don't like people with egos. I just don't like it. And I've seen a lot of fake stuff.
And from my personal experience, I know we talked about my mom the other day.
Right.
But not just with her. With other people, I've had to play a lot of guessing games throughout my life. Beyond being a kid, with bosses, with friends, with ex-girlfriends.
Yeah.
And I've come to the conclusion, this is way before I met you, that I'm really bad at playing guessing games. And the reason is fairly obvious if you think about it. Because I don't want to play them, it means that the people who initiate them are doing it to where I can lose. Right?
Yes.
They're not doing it so I'll make the right choice. They're doing it so they can have one over on me.
Yes, exactly. And one over on me, yes.
Yeah. So I like the fact that you were honest, even if I disagreed with like 80% of what you believed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was okay that you disagreed because not everybody is going to agree with you. And I realized that early on, even in my my teens and early 20s, I mean, little by little, I'm like, you know what? Not everybody's going to like me, and I'm not going to like everybody either. And I'm not on this earth to please everybody. So if a person doesn't like me, oh well, I'll just move on to the next person. It's okay.
And it also doesn't mean that they're a bad person.
No.
It's just an indication that for whatever reason, you two don't connect as individuals well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
That's something that has taken me a while to come to terms with, because I used to be of the mindset of everybody should love me. And if I hate somebody else, that's an indication that something's wrong with them.
Right.
When really all it's saying is we don't mesh well together.
Exactly.
And
much like oil and water.
So I have another good friend, not the two that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I'm really lucky with having good friends in my life.
That's good.
And you know this.
Yes.
And one year we went to the blues festival with this.
Oh,
guy.
yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Couple years.
I know where this is going.
I'm not going to give the whole story because at some point I do want to sit down and write a poem about it.
Okay.
But
you haven't yet?
No, because you know what it is, babes. I
Yes.
keep thinking to myself, if I do this in a poem, it's going to get back to my friend, and he's not going to feel comfortable with telling me that he doesn't want me talking about him in my poetry. And
well, you know
what? Be weird. What's that?
If you're lucky, he may not get it.
That's true.
If you're lucky, he may not think it was him. It was somebody else.
No, he'll know it's him.
Oh.
Because I'll give a lot of details.
Oh.
For real, I have had my poetry get in the way of friendships. Like, okay. I've bashed people in my poems and then have them say, hey, that was really messed up what you did, instead of talking to me about it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, that is fair.
All right.
And you shouldn't solve all of your stuff through art, but
yeah,
I do that. So anyways, we're getting off track.
Yes, we are.
Go to the blues festival with my friend, and one of his friends comes up, and it's a very weird weekend.
Yeah.
Fast forward a couple years, his friend reaches out to me and wants to start a friendship.
Yes.
And I have another friend, a female friend who I talked about yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Who's a really bright woman and very into like connecting with people and being there for people.
Yes.
So I'm like, what do I do about this? I need to ask a smart, caring person about this. And I thought of her. And she says, you guys met 2 years ago once and it was a really bad experience. You're under no obligation to become close to this person.
Exactly.
So I just didn't write him back. So like 6 months ago, I'm on a phone call with my buddy whose friend joined us at the Blues Fest. And he says, oh yeah, you know, some people just don't add value to your life. Like, Rick, when you blew off what's his name, he didn't really contribute anything to your life. And if it had been 10 years earlier, I probably would have went on a tirade about how horrible the other person was. But one of the few benefits of getting older is experience, learning about yourself and a little bit about the world, hopefully.
Yeah.
So I said to him, you're right. He didn't add value to my life, but you two are still friends. And I'm really happy that you feel that he's a good person for you. And I left it at that.
And he never commented on that again.
Yeah, but I didn't feel like I was shutting him down as much as I was trying to say, hey, that's true, and there's no need for me to badmouth this person, even though I plan to do so in a poem.
But did he understand that the reason why?
Oh, my friend got it. Yes.
He understood the reason why that you didn't respond to him.
He did.
So I don't know if we talked about this before.
Tell me.
But I notice that, like, if I meet a friend of my friend and they're like, oh yeah, we should totally talk to each other, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Like, I don't feel comfortable really getting buddy-buddy with them unless we have some kind of a connection.
For me, it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll do that, and sometimes it'll work, other times it won't.
I mean, I guess, like, if I don't know the person and if I haven't, like, if I met this person over the phone that is a friend of my friend in a different state, there's no reason for me to call them if I have never met them before and if I don't plan to be contacting them regularly. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
It's just, I feel weird being friends with the friend of my friend, whoever it is. It doesn't matter who it is.
I could see where it would feel that way.
Yeah.
I have developed friendships that way, but I try not to force it. And if it feels like a natural thing, like we vibe together, then maybe one of us will say something and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to blow up your spot, babes.
Okay.
But there was a situation in your life where a dying girl who was a friend of one of your buddies reached out to her and you completely blew her off.
Reached out to me?
Yes.
Okay, so keep in mind, I was 14 years old, I was immature, and we all are immature at that age. Stop it!
All right, go ahead. Sorry, you're not that old.
Okay, I got it.
No! All right, give me a kiss.
No.
Give me a kiss. Yes, why not?
Because you're making fun of me again.
All right, well, I'll stop if I get a kiss.
No.
Yeah.
Do I? Okay. You know, one of these days it's not going to be a solution.
Well, good for one of those days. But that's way off in the future. So tell me your story, babes. 14 years old.
I was 14 years old. My good friend who I've known since I was 7 years old was having problems with her friend. I don't remember why she didn't like this girl, but I guess this girl just wanted to talk to her all the time. And Well, I found out, I don't remember if she called me before I talked to my friend about it. I think she might have called me and gotten my number and then I talked to my friend about it. Well, I found out that my friend gave her my number to get her off of her back. To get her friend off of her back.
Wow.
And I was like, why did you do that? And so she called me like maybe 2 times or something, and I just hung up on her because I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. I really don't want to talk to you. And I know that was rude, and I normally wouldn't do that. But it's like, why are you calling me? I'm not even your friend. I haven't even met you. And in my 14-year-old mind, that's what I thought. And
how does the story end, Jaylo?
I don't know how long it was. Fast forward, my friend comes up to me and says, "Oh, she died." And I'm like, "What? She died?" And she was a year younger than I was. And I was like, "Oh, now I feel really bad. I feel horrible that I treated her that way." Because maybe I would have been nicer had I known. And I think this girl was in foster care. And I didn't know that she had any health issues. I didn't know what the deal was, but stop laughing.
Sorry.
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
It is not funny.
No.
Why are you laughing? Do you want me to tickle you again?
I have a sick sense of humor. But
Yeah,
for normal people, this is not funny.
No, this is not funny at all. So anyway, she dies and I feel just horrible about that. And I was just like, I can't do that again. That never happened after that. That never happened again. I never, hung up on friends, but I just felt like, well, what business does she have calling my number when I never gave her my number?
I think it's the way the news was presented to you. So if your friend would have come up to you and said, "I got some good news for you. My friend of mine who you've been blowing off, you don't have to worry about blowing her off anymore." You did giggle.
No, but she didn't even, no, the way you said it.
Okay.
No, but my friend, she didn't even ask me if she could give me her number. She just she didn't even ask me if she could have my number, if her friend could have my number. She just gave her my number, and that was really upsetting to me.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you.
I didn't hold it over her head, though.
You are still friends with that person?
Yes, I was. I still am.
Does this ever come up in conversation?
No, we haven't talked about it in years.
Like since you were 14 or years meaning?
Since I was 14, I think.
Wow.
I don't think we ever talked about it after that.
That's interesting.
We just kind of moved on, and, I apologized for it. I was just like, I feel so bad. But we just kind of moved on. We had other things going on in our lives, and then I moved too, so that was another thing. So, that was the lesson I learned.
That's cold-blooded, Jaylo.
Oh, wow.
I've done some underhanded stuff in my life.
I was a teenager. I was not thinking.
Okay.
I can admit I was not thinking. I was not compassionate. And I can admit that was my fault.
That's fair.
That was my fault, and I'm sure other people have done it too.
Did you talk with anybody else about this? Like, has this come up in conversation with ex-boyfriends or your mom or anybody?
No. It was just between me and my friend.
Wow.
No, No, I didn't feel the need to do that.
Okay.
It was just between the two of us.
Fair enough, babes.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, and I'm going to let you be the judge of this.
All right.
There's a story that I told you yesterday where I don't look that good. You know the one I'm talking about? With the person who wanted to be friends with me?
Oh, okay. I think it's kind of funny, but go on. It's funny, but it's underhanded.
It's not underhanded, but I don't look good.
It's not underhanded?
I don't think so, but let's let others be the judge.
All right. It is kind of funny, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, that is just cruel.
Okay.
Go on.
So, back in the day, your man was kind of popular, right?
Yeah. Somewhat popular.
Somewhat popular. I'm not, a prom queen like Jaylo over here, but I was doing all right.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I was even that popular. I mean, I just chose the both of us, but
Yes. Well, good for you, babes.
Okay.
And we're talking like, I don't know, 96, 97, around there.
Uh-huh.
I'm a blind teenager at the time.
Yes.
And I take these daily living skills classes, which are things for people who aren't in the disability community. They're basically opportunities for blind teenagers to interact and learn a few things.
Cooking and cleaning and so on.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Stuff that we would need in the future.
This would happen maybe once a month.
Yes.
And occasionally there'd be like other events.
Yeah.
So there is this kid. I'm not going to name him.
Okay.
Because that would be completely...
That would be very wrong.
I'm going to come off like an asshole enough in this story. And, he was kind of funny. I thought this might be a fun person to hang out with. So we exchanged numbers and we're leaving for the day. And he's like, so you're going to call me? Oh yeah, bro, I'm totally going to call you, man. And, we're going to really hang out, right? Now, Rick had started dating this girl at the time who was a junior in high school. And at the time, I'm in 8th grade.
That's a stretch.
That's a stretch. She didn't go to my school. So it made me look super, super cool, right?
But you didn't even date her for that long.
I dated her for a couple months.
Oh, okay.
I'm not Casanova over here, but I have a pass.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You did.
We dated, and she was part of the blind community, right?
Yeah.
So I don't call this kid. Come back the next month. And he's like, why didn't you call? And I said, well, the girl I started dating, oh man, she's really intense. She calls me all the time. My mom says I'm not allowed to call anybody else because I use the phone up so much. Okay. Me and this girl break up, see this kid again. I'm like, oh, bro, we're totally going to start talking. We're going to become super close, all that stuff. I don't remember what I said, but I'm sure a young Rick would have said something along those lines, right? Around this time, I meet another girl. And this girl is kind of into phone sex, right?
You never dated her.
I never dated her, but we had plenty of phone sex.
Not something to be proud of.
I was 14, babe. I'm not having phone sex now, babes.
I didn't say you were.
As a teenager, you can be proud of that.
I didn't say you were, Bubs. I'm just saying not something that you were proud of in your past.
No, yeah, I see what you're saying. So we would have phone sex all the time. And see this kid again, I'm like, bro, so-and-so, we've been having a lot of phone sex. And I'm sorry, bro, but you know how it is, all that stuff. We don't really talk for the next couple of years. And I go to this camp events. We're roommates. We're really bonding. It's a great experience, blah, 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 blah. So it's a weekend thing. And that Sunday, I start dating a girl.
Another one.
Like, I had dated girls before, but this was the first, like, real relationship type of thing, right? Mm-hmm. And as a result, I didn't call this kid. So anyways, I hope I'm allowed to say this, but I put my foot in my mouth. I don't think any ex-girlfriends listen to this. If you do, I'm going to try to be as respectful as possible. That ex-girlfriend who I started dating that weekend, right? The third one, who I became serious with, reached out to me recently. And that's a whole nother story that we're not going to get into here.
We kind of got into it in a different podcast.
We did, but we didn't really go deep.
All right.
And a lot of that is respect for her privacy because I can talk about anything. And a lot of it is just, I don't want to talk about it too much right now.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And I would kill him if he did.
Uh-oh. If I just talked about...
Huh?
If I just went into things?
Well, I mean, if you went into details, I wouldn't be very happy with you. I wouldn't necessarily kill you, but I probably would have to leave the room.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I date this girl, we break up, and like a month or two ago, she reaches out to me on Facebook. So I start communicating, and we don't talk about this kid, so I want to make that perfectly clear. So Facebook has this thing where it'll recommend people you should be friends with based on other people you know. So I get this recommendation. You should friend so-and-so. He's friends with so-and-so. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's still the case, but it said he's friends with my ex-girlfriend who reached out to me. And the other day I'm on the couch with you. I'm telling you this story. And I say, you know what? Maybe I could be friends with this kid. And
Where we're kind of laughing about it.
Yeah, because I'm going through pretty much the story that I just told you.
I chided him a little bit. I said, "You are just horrible. Why did you do that to this kid? Why couldn't you just?"
It wasn't intentional. Babes.
I know it wasn't intentional, and I understand that you were a young guy, but come on.
And then I say to you, you know what's going to happen, babes? I'm going to become friends with him, reach out to him, and then say something like, "I'd love to become better friends with you, but I have a girlfriend right now." And she demands a lot of time.
And I said, well, maybe it's a good idea that you don't really reach out to him, because he's probably going to be like, "Oh, so you're not going to call me, huh? You have another girl?" He either might say that, or you're going to be like, "I got a girlfriend. We've been together for 3 years. She takes up a lot of my time."
What would probably happen is I'd reach out to him on Facebook once, and he'd either call me or I'd call him. And then I'd be like, "I really have to go after 2 minutes. I got to go help my girlfriend." And then just never call back.
Yeah, but don't you think if you would have called him, you might actually learn a little bit more about him, even though you thought...
No, I liked hanging out with him. It's just, you know how I could be, babes.
Oh, my.
Like, I have my tight group of friends.
Yeah.
But... for real, I'm sure when I first met those people, mm-hmm. who are now like family to me, mm-hmm. it must have been very hard for them to connect with me.
Okay.
Right? So, the friend who I do the accent of, who I impersonate a lot.
Yes.
I met him like 7 years after I last talked to this kid.
Uh-huh.
Right? And it was hard for my Indian friend to really connect with me.
Right. I understood that, yeah.
And you know some of the stories. Like him and I used to get into like loud fights.
Yes.
With pretty much the loudness coming one-sided for me.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyways, maybe I'll reach out to him but gently remind him that I have a girlfriend, so I can't talk with him.
Oh my goodness.
No, I don't know. I was thinking about that this morning.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
The idea of... well, let's explore it. What? The idea of forgiveness, right?
Yes.
I doubt that this person looks at me like the enemy. He probably just thinks, this guy was an asshole, but who cares? And I'm putting words in his mouth, obviously, because...
he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have to defend himself. I'm saying I was the asshole. There's no reason for him to defend himself, because I was the one in the wrong, right?
Uh-huh.
And the girl who you blew off, she's dead now, so she doesn't have an opinion on you, one way or another. She's up in heaven with Jesus and Tupac.
I don't even know about Tupac, but that's a different story.
Here's the question.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'll save that question for the end of this.
Go on.
I have the chance to, Christians may call it repent. Some New Age people might say make things right. If I reached out to this person.
Yeah. Make amends.
Yeah. And again, it's not the end of the world what I did. Mm-hmm. There are other people who I've done much worse to.
Uh-huh.
Is it better to try to make amends and possibly make things worse, or not try and hope that the people who you want to make amends to lead a better life?
Well, I guess it all depends on what you think would be right to do. There are times where you cannot make amends to this person, and you just have to live with the consequences of what you did.
Yeah, like this person, it sounds good in theory, but I also kind of know how I am.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
It could be like, he could say something to you like, "Oh, I guess you're not going to call me."
No, I don't necessarily know that that's the case. I just think that I have my core group of people, and letting another person in is not impossible, but a little bit difficult.
Yeah. I mean, I've come to the conclusion where there are some people where I'm just not going to have closure with. The closure would be that I just don't talk to them anymore.
Yeah.
Because of whatever it is. That will not be... It may be that the business will remain unfinished.
Mm-hmm. And also, too, I'm more open with who I am than when I was younger. Now, when I was younger, I also had more defense mechanisms.
Yeah.
Which drove people away. Uh-huh. But it wasn't like fully on the strict.
And I think because you had a hard time expressing your emotions,
Yeah.
right?
But
you were able to express some of those emotions, but when it came to other things, it was hard for you?
correct.
Okay.
But also onto that is, I've been told, I don't see how this could be the case, that some people find my personality a little bit scary.
I don't get it either.
Yeah.
You're not scary.
Or abrasive.
You're not abrasive either.
Thank you.
I know other people, and one in particular that's a lot more abrasive than you are.
Yes.
I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. So maybe I'm not going to reach out to this person.
Abrasive or brazen?
Yes.
What is the difference?
I don't know. A brazen is just like
yeah.
you're the type of person who will decide, I'm just going to rob a bank today, right?
Abrasive?
Brazen.
Brazen, okay.
And abrasive is just like you tell somebody, oh, you got pregnant and you already have 2 kids. Why don't you go and have an abortion?
Oh, right.
I don't know. That's how I perceive it.
I don't see you as abrasive. I see other people abrasive. The one in particular, I think is really more abrasive than you are. But
somebody that I know.
Somebody that we both know.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you do think that I'm less filtered than most people.
You're less filtered than some.
And that can be off-putting to other people.
But you do know how to have a filter.
Yeah.
You can make decisions to choose, okay, I'm not going to talk about this because out of respect for so-and-so.
For real, though, a lot of people who I've told the story of our first date to have said, I'm surprised that you brought up politics and religion on a first date.
Yeah, as was I, believe me. I was the one in the hot seat.
Oh.
How did you think I felt? I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to respond, honestly.
Interesting.
But I wasn't going to lie either.
Good. Okay, so I'm not going to reach out to this person. Maybe I'll tell somebody to wish him happy birthday. He's not a bad guy. The villain of the story is Rick.
Well, let's just say that if an opportunity opens where you can reach out to the guy,
yeah,
would you do it, or would you decide, okay, maybe I shouldn't do it?
I don't know. Maybe I would. I don't know. Okay, so let me phrase it a different way.
Uh-huh.
The ex-girlfriend who reached out to me, I don't think that she listens to this.
Okay.
I hope not. But if she
Probably
does,
doesn't.
No. She's got other things to do.
Yeah.
If she does, then tell so and so he's a good person and I'm an asshole. I am an asshole. You know what? I'll call myself an asshole, but I'm like a fun asshole, if that makes any sense.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Well, okay, it does.
Okay, you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you don't have to think of yourself that way anymore, right? I mean, you've matured enough.
No, I still have like asshole tendencies.
Okay.
I think so. And it's just a matter of accepting sometimes I'm an asshole. Sometimes I'm a good person.
But you don't have to be, is what I'm saying.
Sometimes in life you do have to stand up for yourself. And it can come off as you're being a dick.
Well, you don't have to be any of those things.
Okay.
Standing up for yourself doesn't mean that you have to be a horrible person. You stand up for what you think is right without having to be a horrible person is what I mean.
Thank you.
And that also means to call people when they ask you to call them.
I was a teenager, babes. This was like when I was 16 the last time I thought.
And because of that... Okay, tickle toes.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I had to do that, just kind of lighten up the...
Thank you, babes.
I mean, it wasn't a really, really deep like yesterday.
Yesterday we went hardcore.
But I just wanted to kind of lighten things up a little bit.
Thank you, babes.
Anyway, we both feel horrible about that.
Let me ask you
about those things. What?
Question that hopefully is not sacrilegious, but since I don't believe in Jesus Christ, even though I am a good Christian.
That's an oxymoron.
I'll tell you this, babes.
All right.
I'm a great Christian.
Uh-huh.
But I'm the type of Christian who doesn't go to church, doesn't really read the Bible, and doesn't believe in the teachings of Jesus Christ.
Then you're not a Christian.
Oh, I'm a New Age Christian.
You're not even close to being a Christian. Bubs, you're just being sacrilegious. Come on.
I thought we were done with the calling. I thought tickle truce.
Okay.
All right. Let me ask you a question about heaven.
All right.
Jesus and Tupac are hanging out together, right? They're in heaven.
Oh my!
And I know Jesus, Lord and Savior, he has to be super cool and all that stuff. And so maybe he's not like best friends with Tupac, but they hang out once in a while.
All right. I don't know where you're going with this, but okay.
So could Tupac, obviously he's Tupac. He's super cool.
Okay.
Right? But could Tupac get groupies that Jesus doesn't want to get with?
Okay, first off, let me say, as I've said again in other episodes.
Go ahead.
Heaven is not like Earth.
Yes.
And we don't even know if Tupac made it there, okay? I don't know. Tupac may be burning for all we know. And I hope he isn't. But I don't think because of how different heaven is than Earth, there will be no such thing as groupies.
Oh, really?
Well, no, there won't be, because the only thing that will be on everybody's minds is worshiping of the Lord. So no, there won't be groupies.
That's the only thing that's going to be on people's minds?
Well, that's what people are going to be doing. And it's not going to be how it is here on Earth. So let me just, I'm not going to say that I am an expert on what's going to happen in heaven. I can only tell you what I know.
Yes.
But it's not going to be how it is on Earth, because as I've said, we have time on Earth. We have to go by time, because time is made for humans. In heaven, there is no time. And all the earthly things that we're doing here, whether good or bad, is supposed to prepare us for eternity. And it's not, and we're not going to be, we're not going to be thinking about earthly stuff up there. The ones that actually go up there.
Oh.
So, Tupac, forget it. I don't know. That's between him and his Lord if he does worship Jesus Christ, or maybe he doesn't. He could be burning or turning. I don't know. But
I think he was a Christian like me.
Bubs, come on.
What? Stop. Tickle truth.
Sacrilegious.
I thought tickle truth. I thought we had tickle truth. It doesn't work if you don't abide.
Bad boy.
No, I'm never not good boy.
Okay, tickle twist for now.
I'm never not good.
Tickle twist for now.
For now, babes. Okay.
It'll be sacrilegious.
Wow. So.
It's not going to be the same.
Okay.
You have to. It's not. And I understand that there are people that do not read the Bible and don't understand this. And I get that. But heaven is a totally different realm that even I'm not going to understand until I get there.
Nice.
And it's not going to be that way.
Uh-oh.
It's not going to be like how it is over here. Because that realm is completely separate from this one.
No sex.
It's not going to be, okay. The sex thing, like I said, it has nothing to do with anything on this earth.
Okay.
No earthly things, no sex, no drugs, no drinking, none of that. It's all going to be different.
When I was a younger man, babes, I experimented with psychedelics.
It's not going to happen up there.
And I could actually, what I was about to say is, I have had some of the best experiences of my life on mushrooms. That said...
Mom, don't listen to this.
Your mom might listen to this.
She might. I don't think she does, but you gotta be careful.
What I mean by mushrooms is putting portobello mushrooms in my
basically, he has admitted something. Do not listen to this.
What I act a lot. I'm a fibber. I make up a lot of stories. Stop. Let me tell my story, please.
Okay.
Have had some of the best experiences of my life on mushrooms. When I was much younger, years and years ago, before I knew it was illegal. And as soon as I found out that there were legal issues with it, I stopped. Because I followed the law. To the best of my abilities.
We'll see.
I could actually see, even though those way better than sex. Way better. They're not even close. Having said that, I could absolutely see where those, if there is a heaven, why you would not need psychedelics. But it's interesting that sex probably won't happen up there.
Well, let me explain that.
Go ahead.
So the idea of marriage
Yeah.
that you may not understand and other people that are non-Christians don't get. The idea of marriage is to prepare us for what happens in heaven. And in heaven, when in the Bible, according to Revelation, when Jesus comes back to take his children,
Yes,
his believers, they are going to be in heaven with him. They're going to participate and be at the. It talks about the marriage supper of the Lamb. The marriage supper of the Lamb is the uniting with Jesus and his bride, which is his church. But it's not a sexual thing. It's a spiritual unification.
and we're also not going to eat up there.
Yes, we are.
Oh, we are going to eat up there.
There is a section in Revelation which talks about there is a tree in the midst of the city in the heavenly city where there's going to be fruit.
No man.
But as far as animals, I don't think we're going to be eating animals.
So we'll all be vegetarians. In a way, I'm not a vegetarian anymore, but I was for a number of years.
But there wouldn't be no need for animals because the animals will not be needed.
In a way, I prepared for the afterlife because I spent so much time not eating meat.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's nothing wrong with there isn't anything wrong with you.
Yeah, but you're going to become a vegetarian after you die.
Oh my goodness. Okay, just listen, Bubs.
Go ahead.
I don't think the concept of vegetarianism is going to be talked about up there either.
No, why would they? We're just not going to eat any animal products.
No, we don't need to.
Yes.
But anyway, so
well, sorry, go ahead.
The marriage between Jesus and his church, Jesus and believers who are the ones who are going to be his bride, is not a marriage like a typical man and woman getting married. It is a spiritual marriage. It's not a human marriage. Nice. Where there's sex and procreation.
But you also can't watch. So you said no movies.
I never said any of that. I said that there won't be any earthly things going on up there.
You better watch movies down here because we're just going to get heavenly cinema up there.
And I'll just say for the record that I don't know all that's going to go on there, but there are some things that are going to be happening up there that wouldn't be happening on Earth.
Oh,
that might be fun. No, it's good. Like I said, it's a totally different realm.
Different
world.
To play with the idea that one day I'm going to find out that a relative I never knew I had is like a multi-billionaire and is going to leave me tons of money. Right. It's probably not going to happen. I'm going to die poor. We'll see what happens with that. But
okay,
if this fantasy for some reason becomes true and I suddenly become like a rich dude, maybe we should prepare for heaven and godlike movies by starting sanctified cinema.
Oh, jeez.
Then we'll make films.
There are already films that are out that are there are definitely God-centered already.
Here's a question for you, babes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to become a Christian.
You don't know that. You keep saying that, but you really have no idea. I would suggest that you refrain from saying that.
Let me rephrase it then.
Okay.
It's highly doubtful that I will ever become a Christian. But if I did, do you think that I would be one of those like fire and brimstone, you're all going to hell type of people? Or do you think I would be like a cool Christian who's like, hey, I love everybody and let's try to all have fun together? And
if you're talking about a liberal Christian, I hope not.
Uh-oh.
If you're talking about, and there have been stories about people that you would not even think that they would be Christians, but they were the most passionate ones. So you could be a very, very passionate on fire for Jesus Christian. Or and I don't know. I really don't know.
All right, here's a related question for you. You tend to go towards the fire and brimstone churches. Then that's your thing. Have you ever met any cool people? I know that they're conservative, but I've known cool conservative Christians, right?
If you're talking about...
They're fun to be around.
Hold on. Okay. Let me ask you this question. If you're talking about the ones that are Christians on Sunday and sinners a week, for the rest of the week, yes, I have, but I wouldn't necessarily call them Christians.
Let's say we're talking about a type of Christian who, yes, they're conservative, yes, they believe in Jesus, but they're also fun to be around.
But they're non-practicing Christians.
So you can only be a Christian if you're not fun to be around?
No. There are fun Christians, but I think it's a misconception that they're boring people.
Okay.
Yes, there are fun Christians. There are Christians that have a sense of humor. There are Christians that watch movies. And some of them are not always wholesome movies, but they do watch movies, and they're not boring.
So there have been Christians who you met who you enjoy just hanging out with.
Of course.
Even if you're not talking about Jesus.
Of course. We wouldn't talk about Jesus all the time, if that's what you're asking.
Nice.
It's not like, yes, it comes up in conversation, but it's not like every single minute of every single day and hour.
That's good. I was just curious.
We can talk about other stuff.
Nice.
I think that there's been a lot of misconceptions about how real Christians should be, how real Christians are I think there's been a lot of misconceptions as to how Christians should act or what have you. But yeah, I've met a lot of them that are really cool.
Are they, if Rick met them, would Rick think they were cool people? Do you think? I speak of myself in the third person.
I mean, I think so.
Really?
They would probably have a different way. They would have a different way of looking at things.
Yeah.
But I would think that they were. I mean, there are things that I don't agree with everything that they believe.
Sure.
And that goes with anybody. But I think overall, yes, it would be.
Let me try to phrase it like this, and then we're going to move on, because I know I can get stuck in this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
For some reason, you don't go to church as much as you did before we started dating. And
well, there's a reason for that, and that's something I really don't want to talk about.
Okay, and I thank you for that. But you have gone a few times. And I'm wondering, since we've started dating, have you ever been in a church or talked to somebody from that environment and said, you know what, I think this person and Rick would really get along?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love you, babes.
Yeah.
And it seems like you need a kiss.
I do?
Yes.
Why?
Because we've been talking about God.
But I already did that.
Well, I know that this subject can trigger some people, so.
What?
Yeah, especially you.
I think Twinkle is a buzzword.
Hey, bud. Give me a kiss.
Oh my goodness.
What?
You.
Do the sound effects really bother you, babes?
It's just distracting.
Oh.
It is.
I like to have fun.
Does anybody say, hey, why is it that sometimes when you kiss on your episodes that you make all these weird sounds?
I've had friends say it's kind of funny.
And then I'm like, stop it, okay, stop it.
But that's all right.
Do they laugh when I tell you to stop it?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
My friends really like it when we get into arguments, as you know.
Oh, I know one of them does.
Yes.
I don't understand why.
Yes.
Maybe it's because I kind of put the spice in it. Or maybe we both do. I don't know.
No. See, this is where the wholesome thing comes in. Your version of spice is a lot different from mine. Because God, now we're going to talk, Rick's tortured childhood again. But when I would see people argue as a kid, I'd see like dishes thrown and people getting into each other's face.
I don't throw dishes.
And cops would be called. That's what I consider spice.
Okay. No, that's more than spice. That's like an explosion.
Yes.
That's more than spice. I'm talking about disagreements and passionate debates, but not exploding fights.
Nice.
I'm not talking about that.
Well, good.
That's an explosion. That's not spice.
Oh, good.
That's explosion.
Good.
No. If somebody is like kicking doors down and throwing dishes, you have to call the cops.
Yes.
It's just not a good idea. No. I'm talking about those very passionate debates that we've had.
Nice.
And then kiss you afterwards.
Afterwards.
All right, let's move on, please.
I want to talk about something that a Democrat did recently that I think we're actually both going to be on the same page with and be disgusted by.
Okay.
This happened, I don't know when this took place, but it was fairly recently, and pictures of it came out. Like, I think last week.
Okay.
Nancy Pelosi was officiating a wedding.
Oh, I remember this.
It was the great-granddaughter of Getty? One of the Getty kids, right?
I don't remember. It was a wedding.
It was a wedding, and it was the daughter of this, or great-granddaughter of this super rich person. I want to say from the Getty family.
The Getty family?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but it was some super rich family, who probably donates a lot of money to Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats.
And her ice cream in her freezer. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
They did not talk about this on TYT, to the best of my knowledge. I don't watch all the time.
Right.
Because sometimes they get a little bit too into the culture war and what is Joe Rogan doing today? And it's like,
yeah.
Guys, I don't agree with everything Joe Rogan says, but at some point, there's
other
people.
Move off of it.
Yeah. I don't think Kyle from Secular Talk talked about it, but they did a story about it on Breaking Points, which is a really good show.
Okay.
And I got kind of pissed watching this lady who is helping to ruin our country there at a super rich person's wedding and officiating it.
Didn't she have didn't she like do it without a mask or something?
I think so.
Wow.
I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me.
There's another thing I'm angry about. That is something I'm angry at. Yes, of course, she should not be officiating anybody's wedding.
No.
Bubs, if we ever get married, please do not call Nancy Pelosi to officiate.
Well, one, she would tell me to go fuck myself because I'm not a rich donor. I think that settles it right there. I could
don't
call
know
her.
That she would say that, but she would probably laugh in your face and turn her head.
Yeah, I wouldn't even get to her. I'd get to the staff member who talks to the staff member who talks to Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get to her.
You know, and I wouldn't want that woman at my wedding.
But there's another thing that I'm also angry at.
Oh, something tells me we're about to disagree.
No. You might actually agree with this.
Tell me.
So I don't know if you know, but there's a video going around of people in LA with masks on, but what they're doing is they're loading carts with like these huge things of Tide.
Okay.
And they're loading it and basically they're shoplifting.
Yeah.
They're shoplifting and nobody's doing about, they're talking about like, oh, they should be blah, 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 blah. But nobody's calling the cops. And this is a result of California's policies on not calling the cops while things are being stolen.
I haven't seen that video, but for real, it doesn't surprise me. And in fact, you know what happened here last week? Oregon had some extra funds, I believe from property taxes, but I could be wrong. Uh-huh. And the city council voted in favor of giving some of that money back to the police department. And it's because crime is out of control in Portland.
It is.
I listen, I would love to be complete liberal hippie and say we don't need police here in the city. We just need to get along and be cool with each other. I would love that if that was a society we lived in. But the reality is we need cops.
We do. And what was going on? Like, I actually heard a clip of this video. I'm not sure where you can find it, but I'm sure if you dig, you can find it. Mm-hmm. But they're literally have these huge tubs of Tide.
Yeah.
Why do you need that? They have like toilet paper. They've got paper towels. And it's like you're pretty much emptying the shelves and people need that stuff.
That's not cool.
And they have masks on and they're just taking it from under their nose. And you know why they're not doing anything about it? They're going, the people that take the stuff, they're going to their van, filling up their van, And they know that because the cops are not there, they are not going to be held accountable. And I find it so appalling that they think that the people that are saying, are supposedly disgusted with it are not doing anything about it. And they do need the cops. Because what if somebody tries to break into your house?
Exactly.
What if someone tries to break into your house and you went through all the safety precautions, you lock your doors, you close your windows, but someone, especially if you're on the ground floor of your apartment, tries to get through your window. And then the cops aren't available because they defunded the police department. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you're not going to be so happy that the police are defunded when a criminal goes after you and yours. You know?
Exactly. And those people that are taking that much stuff from the shelves, what about people that can't make it to the grocery store and they have to buy toilet paper, or they have to buy paper products?
Yeah.
Or they have to buy detergent, or they have to buy other stuff like food. And those crazy criminals are taking stuff from the shelves and they're not being held accountable. And it makes me very, very upset.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And again, I didn't see the video, but I completely believe it's out there.
No.
Because I've seen other crazy videos.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Why isn't anybody in that store, well, whatever store it was, it doesn't matter. Why isn't anybody in that video so repulsed that they had to do something? Why are they? And they weren't stopping them. They were not stopping them. They weren't saying, hey, you can't take that.
I'm going to say something that is not going to win me any friends.
Uh-oh.
As you know, let's be kind about it and say that I was not a fan of Donald Trump, right?
Okay. No. Yeah, you weren't.
Right, that's fair to say.
Yeah.
There's one thing about having Republicans in the White House that I think it actually benefits leftists and the country that we don't get when we have a Democrat in the White House. And I hate to say it.
Yeah.
But when Trump was in the White House, people actually protested stuff. People went out and fought for what they thought was right, whether or not you agreed with them or not. And I'm not just saying on the right, I'm saying on the left too. You'd see lefties go out and demonstrate for things that they believed in.
Right.
When you have a situation where Biden is in the White House, a lot of people fall asleep. And you see this throughout history. So like when Bush was in the White House, I went to anti-war demonstrations a fair amount.
I got caught up in one and I was trying to go home.
Right, we already know.
Yeah, I know that. Well, excuse me.
But when Obama was in the White House, how many anti-war demonstrations did you see in this country? Not nearly as much as when George W. Bush was in the White House. And and you're wondering, well, how does this relate to the video?
Wait a second, though. There have been protests, but they probably haven't been reported on them. There have been protests outside of hospitals.
Okay, I'm trying to connect this space.
All right. Go on.
I'm saying lefties don't protest when a Democrat is in the White House.
They don't.
And how does this relate to the video that you were just talking about? Right?
Yes. How does it?
It relates to it in this form. If Trump was a president, horrible thought, but if he was...
It's not a horrible thought. But
and this type of chaos was happening under him, where you have items can't get delivered because we're having a shortage at the docks.
Yeah.
You had constant things with people breaking into stores.
Yeah.
Lefties would get organized and protest the Trump administration and saying, you're not doing your job. And they would be right. But because a lot of this stuff is happening to Biden, most of the left looks the other way.
But here's the thing, though. I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
I also think that because there are lefties that are coming out and saying we should not have voted for Biden because he's doing a horrible job. But why? You're right. Why are they not protesting what he's doing?
Yeah.
Or what he isn't doing, rather. Or why are they protesting what Kamala Harris is not doing?
Absolutely.
Because she's not doing so good. I think she's down to 28.
Yeah, they were saying that on Breaking Point.
28% approval rating. That's really bad.
And she's supposed to be the future of the Democratic Party.
She's not going to be. It's over for her. It is over for her.
Have a solution for the Democrats. Because I don't belong to either political party, but if I were to, I'd hold my nose and be a Democrat, right? I don't like either of them, though.
Okay.
If the Democrats want to win in 2024, what are they going to do? They can't go with Pete Buttigieg because he doesn't have a personality.
No, he
doesn't stand for anything.
He doesn't. He's like Switzerland.
Even his husband has criticized him for not really. Yeah, there's a new documentary.
Are you serious?
And I only know about this because Crystal Ball talked about it on Breaking Points.
His own significant other criticizes him.
His own husband has criticized him. And Crystal Ball, who hosts Breaking Points, said that she watched the documentary and it was originally supposed to be like this propaganda piece about how great Pete Buttigieg is.
Oh, interesting.
And for the most part it is, but he gets the most criticism from his husband, who says that you don't really stand for anything. You're just like doing this by the numbers.
That's why I would not want to live in Switzerland.
Okay. I can't preach to that, but...
Well, they don't stand for anything. They're neutral.
Well, okay. Funny joke.
But no, I'm serious, Bubs.
I've heard great things about Switzerland, but...
Only go there for the skiing and
chocolate. We'll go there another time, babes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So you can't go with Pete Buttigieg. You can't go with Kamala Harris.
No.
And Biden, who knows what his mental state is going to be in 2024.
Oh no, he's probably going to be dead in 2 years.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
So what do you do if you're the Democratic Party? I have an answer. That could win the Democrats the presidency. A candidate who is black, a woman, so you get the woke people in there, and she has actually fought for the American people. So you get the woke crowd, you get the crowd like me who likes people who stand up to power. Right? And on top of that, she has a name, the last name of a war criminal, because we all know how much the Democrats like defending war criminals who were Republicans. That woman's name, who should be our next president, is Cori Bush. Oh, she has fought for the American people. The woke crowd would love it. She's intelligent. She also has life experience that she could bring to the table. When Joe Biden was unwilling to do anything about the eviction moratoriums, the only person who stepped up was Cori Bush. She actually did something for the people of this country.
Yeah.
I think that she would be a really good choice to be our next president.
I doubt that would happen.
And she has the last name of Bush, and we all know how much Democrats love supporting war heroes. Stop. And so do Republicans.
No.
All right, stop tickling.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I don't think that would be the solution. I honestly think that the Democratic Party is crumbling, and very, very, very quickly.
I also think it would be... I would like to see... I hope this doesn't sound too woke.
Yeah, it does.
I would like to see a black woman who's been poor become president, because I think that she would bring a life experience to the office that we haven't seen.
But I'm not going to vote for someone who's a poor black woman just because she's a poor black woman.
No, but here's what it is though. She was a poor black woman, and she did the thing that Republicans are talking about. She pulled herself up by her bootstraps and became a success story.
Yeah, well, I think that the most important thing to look at is what is her policies, not what kind of not necessarily what kind of a background she came from.
I agree.
Yes, it does help that if she did pull herself, if in fact there is a poor black woman that could do the job, if she did pull herself up by her bootstraps, it does help. But what are her policies, and does she really care for the American people? And I don't know that they are going to be successful.
What I'm saying is, if you go with Cori Bush, let's look at what she has done for the American people. She stopped millions of people from getting evicted from their homes.
Well,
that to me is a huge thing.
Well, first off, she and Biden did not have the authority to do that. It's the Supreme Court that has the authority. And so no president would have the authority to stop the moratorium.
But she stepped up and she did something about it. She didn't just say, maybe we should do something.
All right. I think we're going on this a little too long.
So she's done something that shows that she has guts. And that shows that she was willing to fight.
I'm getting some
okay.
teacher. Oh, sorry.
So she showed that she was willing to fight for the people. To me, I didn't think that she could be a presidential candidate before I saw what she did with that. And after that, I'm thinking to myself, she's the person the Democrats need to get to run for president in 2024. Now you're putting something on.
I am.
And it sounds like and I think that she could beat Trump.
I highly doubt that.
Uh-oh.
I highly doubt that.
Uh-oh. So, Cori Bush for president.
Ugh.
Alana's starting a committee.
I'm not starting a committee.
No. Many committees then to help get her elected. Or not.
No.
But we'll see. And babes.
Yeah.
Being a Republican, won't it be great for you to see another Bush in the White House?
Ah! Bubs. That's a bad joke.
Sorry.
I'm not even a fan of the Bushes. Ouch.
Oh, sorry. That was my nail.
Bubs.
That was.
You got to cut them.
That's my toenail, babes. Not that big.
Yes, they are.
No, it's not.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're chipped.
All right, it's chipped.
Bubs, they're chipped.
Okay.
You gotta take care of your feet.
Yeah, so do you.
Take care of your feet. I do take care of my feet. Thank you very much.
I'm very glad that you're not a fan of the Bushes.
No, like I've said, I'm not a fan of establishment people, and the Bushes are establishment people. Yeah. They don't seem to stand for anything, or at least they say that they stand for some stuff that I stand for, but they're not. They're just sitting on their hands.
Here's what they stand for.
And I don't need to know what they stand for on your perspective. I just wanted to say.
No, I'll tell you what they believe in.
No, I already know what they do. Let me finish what I'm going to say.
Okay.
I heard you give your spiel. No, let me give my spiel, and then we can move on.
Okay.
Because I think we need to talk about some movies.
They stand for the top 1% of this country.
All right.
That's what they stand for.
Oh my goodness.
The white collar criminals.
All right. Would you stop?
Sorry. You don't always like my lefty rants.
Get off of your soapbox for a minute. Thank you. What I'm saying is, a lot of them say stuff that they supposedly stand for, that I would stand for, but they just sit on their hands, so they don't really stand for anything. They just want to get more votes.
Yes.
And I think you would agree that on both establishments, they're not doing what the people want.
Absolutely.
And with that, I think we should move on.
Let's move on. We've had a lot of fun today. We've talked about death, Alana blowing off dying foster children.
Oh my goodness.
Times when I was a villain.
You blew off who could have been a really nice guy.
Yes. Exes, all that stuff. So
oh my.
We've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yes. We've said it all, babes.
We said quite a bit.
Our opinions on certain movies.
Oh, we had a good movie night last night.
Last night was really cool.
Yes, it was.
We ate some sandwiches, so it's a simple meal.
Yes, it was good too.
Because we're simple folk. Did I ever tell you, babes, my idea of a spin-off podcast?
What's that? Instead
of doing one is Rick and Alana.
Oh, like this one?
Yeah.
This one, pretty much?
Yeah, here's what we do. And you are going to reject this idea, and it sounds good in my head, but I don't know how good it would be in real life.
Uh-huh.
We come on, and we pretend to be simple folk from Omaha. And we talk about how much we love our Bible, but also how much we enjoy farming and life in Omaha. And I pretend to be like an amateur preacher, and you're my wife, who I've known for years. And we talk about our 5 kids and how they would love to be on this, but they're tending the farm. And we call it the Omaha Gang. And we talk about life in Omaha.
I don't know.
Middle America.
I don't know what it's like in Omaha. I've only been to the airport.
We could Google it.
Oh my goodness.
And how we go to bed early after reading the Bible and spanking our kids.
I think it's a little bit mean-spirited, Bubs.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, it is.
It would be like a hokey kind of, I don't know.
No, is there any examples of hokey podcasts?
I'm sure there is, but I don't listen to that type of stuff.
Oh, see?
Yes.
Then why would you want to have a podcast like that, Bubs?
I think it would be like a funny inside joke between the two of us.
I don't know.
Or maybe just an inside joke for me. I don't know. We're clearly not going that right. Down that road. And if we do, then stay tuned for Jaylo Loves Omaha.
What?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Green Omaha and Hammond. But until then.
That's not a good idea for a show.
After eating the sandwiches,
Uh-huh.
my Jaylo and I watched the new movie, King Richard, which is in theaters now and on HBO Max.
It's really good.
It is. It's basically the story of Richard Williams, who is the father of tennis greats Venus and Serena. I'm going to give a very quick overview.
Yeah, because there's a lot in there.
There's a lot in there, and not all of it's true.
Yeah.
Which obviously with movies,
yeah,
right? But because it's based on a true story, it's more interesting than not all of it's true.
Yeah. How do you know not all of it is true?
Did you feel the sense that it was completely accurate after watching the Richard Williams interview?
I'm not sure. I can't say. Maybe some of it was. Maybe some of it wasn't. I don't know.
There's truth in it.
Well, I think I think there was one thing that I thought was not true.
Tell me.
So we're going to talk about an interview we saw after we talk about this movie.
Yes.
But Richard Williams supposedly was a very much a stage dad. Will Smith's character wasn't quite like that. And I say that because there were times when the girls would play and he would say, go have fun. Have some fun. And if a stage dad was doing it, he would be like, go knock him dead. Kill that person,
I have the sense, babes, and I don't know, I wasn't raised in that household, but I believe that when Venus and Serena were really little kids, it wasn't fun playing tennis as much as they did.
No.
Now, they might be singing a different tune now because they're super rich.
Yeah.
And they love their dad. I'm also sure that there were moments when it was enjoyable. But if we're talking day to day, something tells me it wasn't that fun growing up in that household.
All right, give a quick overview.
All right, of the movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be very quick because this is based on a real person.
Yes.
All that shit. Starts off, he's telling a little bit of the story of his life to different people in the tennis world because he wants them to mentor his kids. They all kind of say, well, that's very interesting, but I don't have the time. I couldn't really do anything for your kids. And so good luck on your mission. And he gives them each these flyers.
Mm-hmm.
Training the girls in Compton.
Yeah.
The older sister, I forget her name, and I believe she was killed in real life.
Tundi, I think.
Tundi, but they don't touch on that in the movie.
Yeah, they don't.
Is being hit on by these guys.
Yeah, they're like a gang, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Richard doesn't like it. He gets beat up by them.
Yep.
Takes the girls home. There's a lady in the neighborhood who thinks that Richard is too hard on his kids.
Yep.
Right? Stuff happens. I'm going to pass over some things.
Yeah.
One night he takes them out. They're playing and guy hits on Tundi again. He goes home. He comes back and he's alone on the court. I think it's after the rain thing.
Yeah.
And he's on the court by himself. The guy comes up to him and he goes away and the guy says, we're going to get these guys together and we're going to run a train on your girl.
Yeah.
Now, Alana doesn't know what that means.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm not stupid.
Okay, good.
I know exactly what that is.
Good.
It's brutal.
It's
brutal.
You got to have a little bit of a fetish if you're into that.
It's brutal.
It's brutal.
It's terrible, yes.
Will Smith hits him. They beat him up.
Yeah.
He gets a gun and is going to kill the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right before he can get there, a car drives by and shoots the guy who was insulting his daughter.
And did he kill him?
Yes, that's the impression I got, but his friends lived.
Yeah. And no, wait a minute. That was after he was chasing after the guys.
Yeah, I know, but he was chasing after them because of the guy threatened to run a train on his daughter.
Yeah, I know that.
That's how we got there, babes.
I know that.
Okay. And for some reason after this, the rest of the gang shows him respect.
Yeah, which is weird.
I didn't really get that part.
I didn't get that one either.
But Venus and Serena are getting better tennis. eventually he convinces this guy, I think his name is Rick Macy.
Yeah, that was later on in the movie, yes.
Well, I'm not covering everything, babes.
Yes, I know. Rick Macy, yep.
Comes down, sees them play, plays a couple rounds with them, whatever it is, and decides, I'm going to take these girls on for 15% of their future earnings. So the family moves to Florida, and apparently in the world of tennis, which I don't know, you play these junior matches.
Yeah.
So Rick is all excited about this until Richard explains, oh, by the way, I know we signed this contract with you. They're not going to be playing any junior matches because they have church to go to. And
they have school. They have other things.
Easter egg hunts and all this fun stuff. 3 years go by.
No, he was basically saying that he didn't want them to play until they were ready for pro.
That's basically what I said, but...
No, that's not what you said.
What did I say?
You said that they had other stuff to do.
He says that in the movie, babes.
Yes, I know that. I know that he does.
So what did I say that was wrong?
Well, you forgot to include the pro thing because I wanted to put that in there.
Okay. I wasn't going to give every detail.
Oh my goodness. Go on.
3 years go by. Right? And Venus goes to your buddy Rick, not me, as basically like, I want to compete. You got to talk to my dad. So he's like, okay, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow he convinces Richard, along with the wife, in a very dramatic scene.
Yes.
You're going to let these kids compete.
Yeah.
Venus goes there. She does well. She has another competition. Nike comes to her and says, we have an offer for tonight. We're going to make you for $3 million.
Yep.
But you got to sign it tonight if you want your own sneaker.
Yep.
In the movie, it's portrayed like Venus gets to make this decision.
Right.
Something tells me it was a little bit.
It might not have been her making the decision.
Right. But we're going to go with what's in the film for now.
Yes.
She's like, this doesn't feel right. I want them to see me play.
Mm-hmm.
Turn down the deal. Plays the next night. Wins. Nike ups her offer to $4 million.
Yep.
And Richard's like, nah. She needs to play some more people.
Yeah.
She plays some lady who's big in the tennis world. Again, I don't know that.
Jennifer Capriati.
Oh, that's early in the movie, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, because Rick also worked with her. She played her for fun, and then she...
she played the Sanchez, whatever last name is, Bacaro girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
She loses, but she does really good.
Yeah.
And the movie ends with her going out and seeing a crowd of people just celebrating her, and with a little scroll saying 12 months later, or a year later, whatever it is, Serena Williams signed a deal with Reebok for $12 million.
Yes.
I really enjoyed this movie.
This was a good movie.
It's not perfect, but I probably give it an 8.
I give it an 8 too.
Yeah.
I give it an 8. I think it was implied in the movie that they had that the father had a good relationship with the daughters, even if he was hard on them, because he really wanted to keep them off the streets. Because he grew up poor, he experienced racism. He didn't want that to happen to his girls. I mean, there were some other things in there that were very dramatic that we're not going to go into, but it was a really good movie.
It was.
Can we segue into the interview we saw
I
last
wanted
night?
to. And one of the things that is there was a show in Canada called Q. It's like a radio show, but they do video sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I've listened to it over the years. I did not see the segment, but apparently about, 7 years ago, Richard Williams is promoting a book, which maybe the movie is based on. Mm-hmm. He goes on Q, talks to some lady. One of the things he said, getting back to Compton, was that they were living in a good neighborhood and he moved them to Compton.
Right.
Because he wanted them to strive to get out of that.
Yeah.
Which is, if you think about it, kind of a dick move. If we're being kind about it.
I don't think that's kind, but.
How would you phrase it then?
It was not that was not a good decision.
Oh, you knocked it on.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I don't think that was a good decision at all.
Mm.
I think that if he really wanted to experience it, they could have visited Compton and maybe stayed there for a week or so. They would have seen it in a week. I don't think they had to live there. I don't think it's a good idea.
I love the character of Richard Williams. Something tells me that if I met the real man, I'd have issues with him.
Yes. Yes. Well, the one thing that really, really made me uncomfortable was when he said that he made plans for these girls before they were even born. Who does that? Now,
I do have to defend him.
Yeah.
Who does that? It usually goes wrong. That's crazy are all legitimate thoughts and opinions, except in his case, it happened to work.
It did work, but in most cases it doesn't.
Right, but he was also talking about his personal experience.
Yes.
When it did go right.
Yes. And there had to be there had to be something in his life to where in his defense that he wanted better for himself and he wanted better for his family.
You could tell that this man experienced a lot of racism and was a very hard worker.
Yes.
Yes. And super smart as well.
Yes. But during the interview, it got more uncomfortable, at least for the woman. And it got more uncomfortable because you could tell that she was making these long pauses.
Yeah. And she criticized him about something that I felt was unfair.
Okay.
Apparently he had, back in the day, called some player poor white trash.
Yes.
And the woman, you could tell, was offended by that.
Yes.
And I have to side with Richard Williams on it. He was saying, well, yeah, I'd say the same thing today. And me saying that is nothing compared to the racism that I went through. And I have to, not knowing him, but I can assume from what I read, he is correct. And is it really that big of a deal that he once called somebody poor white trash? I think not.
Yeah.
I think there's other things.
Well, some people are poor white trash.
Yeah, but I think the interview had issues with that.
Yes, yes. I think she probably was thinking, oh, you're calling all white people that. That's not what he said.
No.
He's saying that I called some people that because I'm not going to let them call me that.
Meaning call him the N-word.
Yes.
And I have to side with him on that. I think the interviewer was wrong to make such a big deal.
I think, yeah, you're right. I mean, she could have just asked him she could have just asked him a question about racism and just left it at that.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the one thing another thing that was really uncomfortable where he asked her a question and she ignored it.
Yes.
And I kind of thought that I wasn't sure why he asked her the question.
I think it had to do with the comment of the poor white trash thing.
Okay.
It was right after that.
Okay. I just thought it just got uncomfortable from there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seemed to me like she really wanted to stop the interview, like, quickly.
I think you needed, like, a better interviewer to talk with him.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
But it was good. It was definitely worth seeing. And you were a little bit hesitant to watch this movie.
Well, I wasn't sure. I didn't even hear about it. I didn't know how it was going to come off. But I will say that Will Smith has a history of making quite a number of good movies.
Yes, he's done some bad ones.
Yeah.
But
you haven't seen Ali, right?
No, I haven't.
Ali was good.
He talked about that a fair amount in his book.
He was good as Muhammad Ali.
Mm.
I thought he did a good job.
Nice. Yeah. We might have to watch that sometime, babes.
It's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, we used to do a boxing night. We watched Ali and Raging Bull.
Oh, jeez.
What? You seem very trepidatious to watch.
I don't know. I just, it might be good. I don't know.
I think that Raging Bull is not only the best sports movie of all time, but one of the best films ever made.
Okay.
Yes. And that, from me, that's high praise.
And you're not even into sports.
No. Well, yeah, but it's much better than Rocky, which is laughable in my opinion. I'm like the only dude I know who doesn't like Rocky.
I enjoyed the Rocky movies. They're not like my ultimate favorite, but I enjoyed them. Mm. I wasn't like, I grew up watching Rocky films, so I wasn't like, they weren't my favorite, but they were fun to watch.
Okay.
Yes.
Whatever. No. That's fine.
Yeah, you're the only one that I know that doesn't like it.
I'm a lone wolf on that one.
You are a lone wolf.
And in fairness, I've only watched the first one.
Oh, see, that's not fair.
Why?
I mean, just because you watch the first one doesn't mean that every other movie is going to be bad.
I look at it like this in film franchises. If the first one doesn't do it for me, why would I believe the sequels are going to be better?
But there are some film franchises where the sequels get better with the film.
Name a couple.
Well, the Toy Story films. I know that they're
Okay.
animated.
That's good.
one.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yes.
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 Can you give me another one?
Okay, the Home Alone ones are not a good example because the third and the other ones are not good at all. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't watch a lot of sequels, so I'm just thinking. I can't think of any. I'm sorry.
See.
The Toy Story is an example.
So, out of more than 100 years of filmmaking, you could name one example.
Well, Bubs, that's the one I can think of.
Okay.
That's
Fair enough. Okay.
Bubs.
Let me try to be
Good
kind to
boy.
you and show some compassion.
All right.
Do you think that the Rocky sequels are better than the original?
Well, I thought they were, I mean, the Rocky series is not my favorite movies,
Mhm.
but I like them. And keep in mind too that when some of them came out, I was very young. I was very little. I think I can't really remember if I watched all the sequels, but the last time I watched one of the sequels was, when I watched Rocky 6.
Nice.
That was a few years ago. There were some scenes in the movie that were just like, why is it there? But, of course, that was, after, Rocky's wife Adrian died.
Yes.
But I thought it was enjoyable. I mean, again, it's not my favorite one, but I was enjoyable.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, next weekend we might watch Ali along with Raging Bull. I really want to do Taxi Driver and Raging Bull, but I'll take what I can get. And I said maybe.
Okay.
Yes. We'll watch it maybe. Hey, this is crazy.
I can't stand that song, Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen.
I don't care one way or another about it. I think because I don't really listen to regular radio, it wasn't overexposed for me. And it just is like, oh.
That was like a number one song at
was
the
it?
time. Yes.
Okay, I thought it was just a song that was kind of
No. It was a number one song and I never understood why because I thought it was annoying.
People like really bad music now.
Some, not all.
We like good stuff.
We like good stuff. We have good taste in music. I think.
You tend to go a little bit too white for me.
Oh my
But
goodness.
overall.
No, I don't go too white for you. There are some things that you don't like for sure, but I've let you hear a bunch of soul stuff that I like.
No, you played me some good stuff.
See?
Yes.
Bubs.
I was just seeing if you're listening there. Jaylo. Oh, what was that for? I'm a good boy. Give the good boy a kiss.
That's a good boy.
You tickle me for no reason.
Yeah,
and I'm good. Now give me a kiss. We're even now, babes.
But anyway, weird interview. But Will Smith did a really good job as Richard Williams.
Good movie.
Very good.
Yes,
movie.
yes.
I like the lady who played his wife.
Yeah, she wasn't really in it that much, but the stuff she did was good.
I like the scene where she was training Serena.
That was cool. And I do like his speech to Serena.
Yeah.
Near the end of the movie where she's looking out at this big stadium and he goes over and says, you know, this is for your sister and she's going to be the biggest tennis star in the world.
Yeah.
But you're going to be the best tennis player. And I designed it so you would be in her shadow because I knew you could handle it. Oh, that was such a good scene.
Yeah. She says, I know that I told her that she was going to be number one. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're going to be the best.
So I'm like, oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, good.
Yeah.
Now.
Yes, now.
Let's talk about a movie called Soul Food.
Which I saw.
I saw it last night.
Last night. You know, but I saw it before.
I snuck into a movie theater back in the day and saw part of it, like the very ending. But most of the movie was new to me.
Yes.
So tell me about it.
So I'm not going to give the whole thing away because there is a lot of things in there. But it started off with this kid who's a narrator in the movie. His name was Ahmad. His mother and father are married, and they start the movie off with going to his Aunt Bird's wedding to his now Uncle Lim, and and you get this sense in the beginning of the movie that his grandma, who he calls they all call her Big Mama, he was her favorite grandson, and she says, "Hey, look, I want you to tell your Aunt Bird and your aunt, tell them to get themselves outside because somebody's dancing with your now Uncle Lim. Get them outside." So they get out. So he goes in there like, "Hey, you guys have to get outside here and see what's going on." And apparently some lady is dancing with his Aunt Bird's new husband. Mm-hmm. All these things happen. They go to Sunday dinners at Big Mama's house where you got all the soul food you can eat, including some good fried chicken. And they also invite the Reverend of the church, who apparently is a little bit touchy-feely.
Oh.
Sort of. He's an interesting Reverend. Anyway, Big Mama is starting to get sick because she's got major diabetes. And it's possible that she might lose her leg, and she refuses to lose her leg. And because she wants to cook for people and move around, she has to go to the hospital, and she gets surgery for her leg, but she gets a stroke during surgery, and she's now in a coma. All these things are happening. Ahmad's Uncle Lim can't find a job because he hasn't told his wife that he's been convicted.
No, he did.
I'm sorry. He told his wife that he was in prison, but he didn't tell her that he doesn't have a job.
Right, and he got fired from the one that he had because he lied and said that he had never been convicted of a felony, right. And they checked the records.
Right. Meanwhile, his Uncle Miles and Aunt Terry, they've been married for a while, and they're both lawyers. His Aunt Terry is played by Vanessa Williams, and she's really good in that movie. They're having problems. Aunt Terry is a little uptight because she works for a big law firm, and his Uncle Miles wants to get into music full time. Doesn't want to be into and be a lawyer anymore. Meanwhile, they've got their cousin Faith, who dropped into their lives at one of Big Mama's Sunday dinners, and she was a stripper and doing all kinds of stuff to get their grandma out of money.
Yep. She was bad girl.
She was bad.
But I like bad girls.
Oh my goodness, do you?
Because I'm always good boy, so I think that's why I'm attracted to bad girls.
I'm not a bad girl.
Yeah, but I'm always good boy. But keep going, babes.
Okay.
I'm doing these inside jokes for myself here.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead, babes.
Well, that's our inside joke.
Yes.
Anyway, and then so there's Uncle Miles and Aunt Terry. There's cousin Faith, who's a bad girl, and then you've got Maxine and her husband Kenny, who are the most stable of the bunch. They just have a little girl.
And Ahmad's parents.
That's Ahmad's parents.
Yep.
They have been together for a long time, and they've been together for 11 years.
Yes.
So they are the strong ones in the family. There's been some underhanded things that were done with, how Lem got his job. Let's see.
Say as much as you want to say.
Yeah.
You're giving a lot of detail, but if you want to, go ahead.
Well, there's some underhanded things, and one of the things is how Lem got his job and what Cousin Faith did, which I won't say. But it all culminates when Ahmad tries to get everybody together because everyone is at each other's throats.
By now, Big Mama has passed away.
Yeah, and he's trying to get them together, and he believes that Big Mama wants him to get people together over her soul food.
Yeah.
So his mom and his aunties are making all this food. Everybody gets there. They're thinking that they're going there because Big Mama has a stash of money. Something happens to where there's a fire in the kitchen. All the men get together and douse the fire. But the kitchen is pretty much ruined.
And they discover money.
Yes. Money.
Would you like to say anything more?
No, but it's a really good movie.
I enjoyed this a lot. There's one or two things that are a little bit unbelievable, but overall I thought it was I'd give this movie an 8 too.
Yes.
And I'd heard things about this film throughout the years. I don't know why I never watched it from beginning to end. First of all, the actor who played Ahmad
really good.
was all the acting in this movie actually is really good.
Yeah.
It was really well cast, and I enjoyed the dynamic between everybody.
Yes, they were. Yeah.
You grew up in a more stable household than I did.
Mm-hmm.
And for more about that, check our last episode. But the question I have for you is, because I didn't grow up in the most stable household, did this feel like a realistic portrayal of family to you?
Of some families, yeah.
But of yours?
Not quite like mine. I mean, every family is not perfect.
Yeah,
right?
obviously.
We are imperfect people, therefore we have imperfect families.
Mm-hmm.
But and people say, "Oh, you think your family's crazy? My family's crazy." That family's cray-cray.
In this movie?
Well,
they didn't seem crazy to me. They seem kind of stable.
Hold
on.
Hold on. I wasn't finished.
Go ahead.
I think that was realistic of some families.
Yeah.
I don't think that kind of stuff happens in my family, but it happens in other families.
Honestly, they didn't seem crazy at all to me. I mean, there were crazy members of it, but as a unit, they seemed pretty well together.
As a unit, they were solid, yes.
Yeah.
I think. But individually, no.
Some of them weren't solid, for sure. But look at Ahmad's parents. They were good people.
Yes. They were like the rock of the family.
Yeah.
The rocks of the family.
And Miles did something that was really bad.
Yes.
But I got the sense that overall he was a good person.
Who made a mistake and
didn't know how to relate to his wife. Right.
And Faith made a lot of mistakes too.
Yeah. And Terry definitely has her issues. She's far from perfect, but she believes that she's doing the right thing, and she tries.
So I like that, even though it was definitely implied that Terry and Miles got divorced.
It was said. Yes. Ahmad said it at the end.
Okay.
That's more than implied. Though.
Okay. They got divorced, all right? Just let me say what I'm going to say.
Okay, go ahead.
It was more than an implication,
yes.
all right?
Go ahead.
Okay. More than an implication. They got divorced, all right? But he was still close to the family, and he was willing to come over for Sunday dinners
I'm sorry, I thought of a joke, but I don't think I should say it.
Okay. No, I don't think you should.
Because it might insult you. All right. But moving on. You thought that it was cool that he was still close to the family.
Yes, I did. And that they didn't have a happy ending.
Has that ever happened with your family where somebody will leave the unit through divorce, but they'll still hang around?
Well, the only people I know in my family that got divorced was my parents.
Oh.
On my mom's side, if I can say that, if I'm really being honest here. And there were times where he was around, for, when we were spending Christmases, as teenagers. And he was around when he was around, but it wasn't very often. If that makes any sense.
I hear you.
Yeah. It wasn't very often.
Let me rephrase it, and something tells me the answer is no. Terry and Miles don't have any kids.
No, they don't.
So it's more realistic for an ex to be in the mix if there's kids involved, right?
Yes.
But it sounds like that never happened in your family, where there's a childless couple. No. The husband gets divorced from the wife, but they still hang out and they're cool.
No, it didn't happen that way.
Nice. I'm happy for you there.
And there is a childless couple in my family, but they're still married. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't want to have kids, so I don't see there's anything wrong with the childless couple.
Okay, we're not talking about what you think about childless couple. Bubbly.
Okay, babes. I'm just saying, babes.
Honestly, you're being ennui this morning.
No, I'm being a good boy. I think I need some chocolate, babes.
Ennui.
I think I need some chocolate.
Ennui, Bubby.
Okay.
Is there any other comment you'd like to make about this movie?
There is, but I don't think you're going to like it. What implied that they had the divorce to you? Was it the divorce statement?
Okay, Bubs.
Sorry, that was I'm sorry, babes.
I misspoke.
Okay, I need a kiss.
No.
You know why?
Why?
Because I think that's the reason I was acting up just now. Is because it's been so long since I've been kissed.
I misspoke.
But give me a kiss
I
right
misspoke. I apologize.
now. And I think the reason you misspoke, babes, was because you haven't been kissed today.
I did.
I
kissed you earlier.
Well, kiss me again because my memory's fading fast.
I gotta keep this boy in line, okay?
Oh, babes, stop it.
Oh.
Is there anything else you want to say about this movie?
It's really good.
Yes.
And it makes me hungry just thinking about all the food they had.
I know. I want to eat something soon.
Chicken and dumplings, macaroni and cheese, fried chicken, sweet cornbread.
So watch Soul Food.
Yeah, we're gonna pick out on Thursday.
Oh yes, we are.
Oh yes, we are.
Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good pre-Thanksgiving movie, I think.
I liked it.
Yes.
Jaylo.
Yeah.
Did you have any dreams last night?
I did not.
I dreamt that I was at this conference and I was sitting in between two therapists who were talking about their clients and kind of gossiping.
Uh-oh.
That was it, and then I woke up.
That's kind of funny.
Yes.
You wouldn't be, therapists are not at liberty to talk about their clients outside of the office.
Yeah, but I'm sure they have their fun.
There was one, but I should tell you about this case that happened where this doctor was fired.
Go ahead.
Because while some of her patients were under anesthesia, like they were sleeping, she was caught talking about the patients.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like she really bad-mouthed the patients. And she was fired.
Oh.
I'm like, good for her.
Yes.
She was fired.
Very good, Jim. Oh.
Yes. It's just like if a counselor broke confidentiality rules and talked about all their mental patients outside of the office. Not good.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to discuss, babes? Or should you get me a snack because I know you've been dying to do that?
Well, I've been thinking about getting us both snacks.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to be eating me out of house and home, bub.
Oh, I never would.
Oh.
I helped get you this home.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yes, I did. Who helped you with the paperwork?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Who helped you figure out?
All right. I get it.
Okay.
You did help a lot.
Yes.
I will give you that.
And I think I need, at minimum, a kiss here.
At minimum?
Well, and probably some hand stuff.
Oh my goodness.
No, just, if your mom's listening,
Ah!
I'm reading from the script Alana wrote.
Ah!
All right, give me a kiss. All right, babe, so we wrap this up?
I think so. We're both hungry.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Get something to eat and watch Soul Food and King Richard. All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.